Beautiful ball fake and the pass.
And it's saved. 3 seconds left. Here's Van Exel. This is for the win. He got it.
Left to right hand. He comes smiling back. He's got a bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Welcome back to Nick Van Exel's Greatest Games, where we go back in time and relive Nick's finest games of his career. In today's episode, we travel back in time to December 17th, 1996, as the Los Angeles Lakers take on the defending champion, the Chicago Bulls. Nick would have a great game, scoring 36 points, including hitting a clutch two-pointer over Scottie Pippen to take the game into overtime. Sit back and enjoy as we take you back in time here on Van Exel TV.
I don't think there's any more beautiful boulevard in North America than Michigan Avenue, and the highlight, the Water Tower in downtown Chicago, especially resplendent this time of the year, filled with Christmas lights and holiday shoppers. And just a couple of miles west of downtown Chicago, the United Center, and the starting lineups for the Lakers tonight: Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones in the backcourt, Jerome Kersey for Cedric Ceballos, Shaquille O'Neal and Eldon Campbell up front. They come in 18-7. They are 7-5 on the road. The Chicago Bulls will start Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen, Bill Wennington, and Dennis Rodman back for the second game after serving that two-game suspension. Will start tonight. Wennington back in the starting lineup, having given way to Robert Parrish. And let's check in with Greg Sager.
Doc Rivers commented earlier on guarding Shaq by committee. All week, Phil Jackson's been downplaying the possibility of Dennis Rodman being the head of that committee. Tonight he confided to us he did not want to give Rodman the added mental burden. But Rodman is up for the task. He told me tonight he has his most success against Shaq when he antagonizes him, throws him off his game by being physical, going toe-to-toe. But he also confessed that can lead to foul trouble. As for his behavior after serving that two-game suspension for the profanity-laced tirade in the post-game locker room, Rodman says he will try to keep his cool, but he stopped short of guaranteeing it. Vern?
All right, Craig. There's a man whose latest do looks a little bit like a bowl of sherbet gone sour.
Yeah, it really has. I tell you what, he's good at antagonizing people. I tell you, he's really good at that.
Dick Bavetta, Hank Armstrong, and Greg Willard are the officiating trio tonight. This the first of two meetings. These two teams 6-6 in this decade. And last year, the Bulls handed the Lakers two defeats, winning here by 10. And then that memorable February 2nd game in Los Angeles when Magic Johnson returned to the court. Michael and the Bulls came in. Chicago 20-3. They lost at home to Miami on a Saturday night. On Sunday went to Toronto and got thumped by the Raptors. Since then have won 3 in a row. The Lakers 7-5 on the road, but they have won 5 in succession, and they have a 2-game edge over the Seattle Supersonics in the Pacific Division. O'Neal gets the tap, and it's in the hands of Nick Van Exel. Ron Harper will pick him up.
Into it already with his effort. Great effort by Dennis Rodman, and that's what he plays on. Obviously, great athletic ability, but it's his effort that wins games.
Van Exel for 3. There's what you were talking about.
Yeah, he's deadly. You know, there's a lot of reasons why, but one is teams concentrate so much on Shaq.
Nick Van Exel in the last 5 games. Points, 12, and then look at the last 3 quarters. And the three-point field goals have been amazing in the first quarter. Now Eddie Jones at the free throw line.
The concentration is as highest at the beginning of the game. You're as fresh as you will be at the beginning of the game. And everyone's thinking about Shaq at the beginning of the game, so it's smart for Nick to try to get off to a quick start.
Eddie Jones gets them both.
Made that look so easy. That was not easy.
Tied at 7. Van Exel, another 2. An acrobatic deuce.
Yeah, and Ron Harper has his hands full. Nick Van Exel is so quick. Ron Harper looks like he's favoring his leg a little bit. That could be a problem.
Wennington. Oh, he can shoot.
He really can. And
in the first quarter, and it's a 1-point game yet again. Now Van Exel off the dribble, drives. Rodman came to help out defensively, so they get it to Campbell for 2.
And I think, hey, Nick, just a pump fake right around Ron Harper. He sees he can get into the lane. When you get a guy in the lane, it causes a lot of problems. Rodman helps, Campbell scores.
I think you might be right about Ron Harper hurting a little bit. He's going to take a seat on the bench now and give way to Randy Brown.
And Randy Brown will be a key guy for the Bulls because he's a defensive specialist, and they might need that, especially in the first quarter against Nick Van Exel.
Here's Van Exel for 3.
Well, Bert.
Man, oh man.
Here we go again.
8 points for Van Exel in the first quarter.
And he went down hard.
Now Jones back up and on the floor. And O'Neal, nice pass, and it's good.
Tell you what, the Lakers are playing really well. They're playing free offensively.
And another miss by Michael Jordan. Chicago hitting just under 50%. Jordan, though, it's only 2 of 6 from the field. Yeah, will he get the shot off? Of course! Oh, man! Woo. The first quarter brilliance for Nick Van Exel continues. That's only for 2. But in the first quarter, perfect. 4 for 4 from the field. This one a prayer that was answered at the buzzer. Everything going the Laker way here in the Windy City. They are up by an astonishing 14. Continued his terrific first quarter play. Perfect from the field, 4 for 4. And tonight, 10 points rather than the 11. Field goals, 4 for 4. 3-point field goals, 2 of 2.
We got an interesting message from Ron Harper.
Van Exel picked up by Steve Kerr. For 3.
This is the first quarter. Van Exel is playing great. He's playing this. The entire team, they are really shooting the ball well. He had the open 3. He passed up on it and took it closer to make sure he made the shot. That's a veteran smart play.
Van Exel can't miss. And he looks like Ken Norton Jr. as he comes down.
Yeah, but those hooks might be too early.
Right.
The 3-pointer.
Jordan will be at the free throw line, but time has been called. Van Exel, in the meantime, can't miss. Well, it was something. It lived up to the promise, did it not? We have reached halftime, and the Los Angeles Lakers explode for 72 points in the first half. Most points, obviously, Chicago's given up this year. And the Bulls at home trail by 15. That's only the second Chicago turnover in the last 20 minutes. This has been a really well-played game. Van Exel in and out, but he'll shoot free throws.
See, Van Exel is exploiting his advantage, and I'm surprised the Bulls aren't exploiting theirs more. Van Exel uses quickness. He's just going around guys. He knows he has a quickness advantage on Ron Harper. Ron Harper has a size advantage, and I won't be surprised if they don't exploit that a little bit in the second half.
Last foul was on Bill Wennington, his 3rd. Well, coming up tomorrow night, the Knicks and the Pistons. On Friday night on TNT, the Jazz and the Magic. And then December 26th. Going to take a Tuesday night off. Settles for Ron Harper. Wennington gets it back to Ron Harper. Bad pass. Van Exel anticipated. Here's Kersey at the other end.
Tell you what, every time they turn the ball over, the Lakers are taking advantage of it with the long outlet pass.
Los Angeles playing superbly tonight. And their lead is 19, 5:51 to go in the third quarter. Kukoc rather couldn't get the rebound to go.
Yeah, Randy Brown never had that ball in his hands when he took that jumper.
Van Exel, yes!
That's the answer. That's how you answer.
Watch the
all
drive.
the way, coast to coast, and a three-point opportunity. That's how you answer against the Bulls. You attack the Lakers. But this is what the press does. There's only 10 seconds now.
Brown goes for the steal. Van Exel goes for three.
Yes, bad gamble. Bad gamble, and you should have saw the look that Michael gave Randy Brown. He's thinking, hey, we got him down to 10 seconds. We don't need to gamble anymore.
Scott at the buzzer, in and out. But Eddie Jones and the Los Angeles Lakers have withheld the charge of the defending NBA champions. The Bulls got to within 10. They trailed by 18. The lead is 12 with 8:54 to go. Brown and Van Exel. Eddie Jones, three-pointer. Oh,
Answer. Boy,
every time.
defense the rest of this game, they still can win. The Bulls have to do both.
Kukoc, jump stop in the lane, no. Here comes Van Exel, the Lakers will run. Person right wing. Van Exel all the way up and in.
I tell you what I found more interesting is Michael Jordan right now is not even looking for his shots. He wants Scottie Pippen, he wants Tony Kukoc to take this game over.
Dale Harris trying to calm Van Exel down. I'm not sure what that's all about, but Van Exel glaring in the vicinity of Chicago. Eddie Jones with that brilliant drive. 4 to go in regulation. Campbell to Van Exel. Person. Nope. Rebound, Scottie Pippen. Stripped away. Rodman dives for it. O'Neal gets it.
Great play by Jerome Kirsten. Big turnover.
Randy Brown picks up Van Exel. Van Exel, oh my goodness.
And he's playing big tonight. He's playing big.
10 of 15 for Nick Van Exel tonight. Sager was close enough to eavesdrop, Greg.
Well, the only person yelling louder than the crowd was Del Harris, particularly at his team. He said they have not gotten a good shot in the last 10 minutes. He's tired of the players throwing the ball around, making bad passes. He wants the ball down low, and he wants a good shot. In other words, get the ball to Shaq.
Well, they're trying to get the ball to Shaq. The problem is when you press like the Bulls are doing, they're choking the time. They're using up so much time on the clock. Even when Shaq gets the ball, there's not enough time to do anything. Then the Bulls set a trap. He throws it out of the trap like he is supposed to do, and there's no time on the clock. They have to get the ball up and attack like they were doing earlier. They are not attacking anymore. They're trying not to lose instead of trying to win the basketball game.
Lakers, having shot excellently through 3 quarters, are 5 of 18 in the 4th quarter, 28%, and they've turned it over 6 times. Timeout. And now with 22 seconds and 10 on the shot clock, the Lakers have it. Van Exel guarded by Pippen. Drives, puts it up off balance and banks it in.
A great shot by Nick Van Exel. And great defense by Scottie Pippen there. Oh my.
Van Exel 11 of 16 in the ball game.
He's been the guy to take the big shots. There was no time to get the ball in the Shaq, and Van Exel saw that. So what did he do? He used his quickness. He got it to the bucket. I tell you what, Scottie Pippen was there every step. That's just great defense, better offense.
Van Exel has hit the last 3 Los Angeles field goals.
And what we missed.
14.2 remaining in the game. Pippen, Kukoc.
They're going with Tony Kukoc.
Kukoc fouled by O'Neal. He'll go to the line.
Tell you what, Vern, that's not an awful foul. That's not an awful foul. He had a nice opening. He was further enough away from Shaq that I don't think Shaq could block that shot. Shaq knew that. You can see he was fouling.
Kukoc tonight, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. A chance to tie if he hits them both. One more. Los Angeles out of timeouts. Kukoc, what a huge 4th quarter. Randy Brown is going to check in for Steve Kerr.
And this delay is not helping Tony Kukoc at all, standing on the free throw line that long. He's made big shots before.
We're tied. Eddie Jones almost loses it. Van Exel. We're going to overtime. Pippen for three.
And this is like a boxing match right now. Both teams are trying to fit each other out, fill each other out in the overtime.
Andrew Golota is back home in Chicago. I don't think he's in the building.
Yes, no low blows, please.
Van Exel again.
And that's been the man. That's been the man. You know, you would think Michael and Shaq. It's been Tony Kukoc, and it's been Nick Van Exel in his second half.
Kukoc pick and roll with Dennis Rodman. O'Neal shifts out on Kukoc. Tied it up.
I tell you what, they have a great mismatch with Tony. That time it was Shaq, before it was Elton Campbell. Tony knows he can go around him, and he's doing that. He's not selling just for those three-point shots. He's taking the ball to the bucket.
Van Exel again, guarded by Randy Brown. Help comes, Van Exel hits it.
Wow. And they did what they wanted to do. They took him away from the double team. They took him away from the pick and roll, and he still made the shot.
33 points for Van Exel. Jordan from Pippen. No. Wow. 1 of 12 in this half from Michael Jordan.
The thing that's most amazing about Michael, the shots aren't close anymore.
Kersey, 2 of 14. Kukoc is open right side. They go underneath. Whoa, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Randy Brown, are you kidding me?
No, when he went up for that shot, I was thinking there's no way he's going to make this shot. That was a John Starks against the Bulls in the playoffs 3 or 4 years ago.
2 to go in overtime. Van Exel has been brilliant tonight. This time he'll go to the free throw line. Go back and take a look at Randy Brown.
When you look at this, and the odds are not on his side. That's Elton Campbell and Jerome Kersey going after that. There's no way he makes that shot unless he dunks it.
Foul was on Kukoc. That's his 5th. Van Exel, 33 points tonight.
Look at him and Scottie Pippen. They've been going at it all game. I don't know what they got going, but it's pretty good.
Well, Pippen is not passing up any chance to say something.
No, he's not. And obviously, Nick will not either.
A 1-point Laker lead.
Milk it as long as you can.
Van Exel picked up by Randy Brown. 1 minute to go in overtime. Van Exel now has 35 points tonight.
He's on fire. And I tell you what, he's on fire against a great defender. Randy Brown is a great defensive player. And Nick Van Exel, relax, he's having the ball.
Nick Van Exel with 33 tonight, but at apparent 36, beg pardon, it's apparently not going to be enough. 14 of 21 from the field. Now Ron Harper reappears on the floor with Jordan, Kerr, Rodman, and Scottie Pippen, who has played the entire 4th quarter in overtime with 5 fouls. Kobe Bryant. Rodman with another rebound. That's 18 tonight. An extraordinary game. The Lakers lead by 22 in the first half. They lead by 13 with 4.5 to go in regulation. Tony Kukoc leads them from behind with a brilliant 4th quarter in overtime. And let's check in with Craig Sager.